So in case you haven't figured it out by now, I really like TV shows and movies. And one of the shows that started my obsession with it actually made me want to be a writer and get into storytelling. I mean, I was always kind of into it, but the thing that really inspired me more than anything else is Buffy the Vampire Slayer and its spin-off show Angel. I actually have a list in the correct viewing order to watch all of this and read the many comics and the few novels that take place in the same continuity. And then I have other lists about the other continuities that they have based on the other novels and comics. And I'm a nerd, alright? Deal with it. Leave me alone, God. But this show is so geniusly made, it still holds up, and it actually seems to be gaining in popularity, which isn't surprising. It has great characters. On Buffy, you have, the Scooby Gang, Buffy, Xander, Willow, Giles, and then the other characters that come and go in there. And it's very much, every episode is a metaphor for something. You can see layers to the characters, layers to the stories. The monsters are a metaphor for high school and life. Angel's about going into the workforce and growing up, and it's just so good. And it's very much character over plot. You know what I mean? Like, it dives into the characters' lives and what they're going through far more than it deals with the week-to-week plot. But even still, Buffy especially, it had a story, it had individual episodes, and then it had story arcs. And some of the episodes would be completely standalone, but even some of the standalone ones would build towards the greater story that was going. It was just genius storytelling. And the same with Angel. Angel, was a little darker, and it was very much about redemption and how just because you make mistakes in life doesn't mean that you throw in the towel, and that you have to constantly strive to be a better person. You can't just, oh, I'm a good person, or, oh, I made a mistake, but I'm going to move on. You have to constantly strive to be better, to do better. And that's really what the show's about. It's definitely worth a watch if you have the time. I think it's on Hulu. I know in other countries it's on Disney Plus. Obviously it's on DVD. It's one of the greatest shows, in my opinion, one of the greatest shows ever made. It's my favorite show. Toss up between this and Firefly, but I think this might take the cake. So definitely check out Buffy the Vampire Slayer. And even, I guess this is so good. There's a trilogy of episodes in Buffy that are really good. Season 4, 5, and 6. And Season 4 has an episode called Hush, where most of the episode there's no dialogue. Everyone in town has their voices stolen from them. So it's an episode done entirely without dialogue. I mean, there's dialogue in the beginning and ending, but 90% of the episode has no dialogue. It's genius. And the fact that the episode is still so great, and it's one of the most beloved episodes. For a show that's primarily known for the quirky way the characters talk to each other, to then strip away the dialogue and still have not just a great episode, but one of the greatest episodes of that show, is a testament to the actors, to the writing, to the storytelling. It's genius. Then the next season, there's an episode called The Body where there's no score. It's played straight. There's one scene that has a score, but everything else is just played straight. No score, no nothing. And it makes it so much more real and so much more uncomfortable. And then Season 6 is the musical, and they did it before a lot. Like, there's all these shows that do musical episodes. Buffy did it before all those shows. Angel has an episode where everyone forgets who they are. It's one of the Tabula Rasa. No, Tabula Rasa is the Buffy episode where everybody forgets who they are. Angel has an episode called Spin the Bottle where everybody goes back to who they were as teenagers, which is hilarious. Especially since Angel's a teenager like 200-300 years ago in Ireland. Funny as shit. Definitely worth a watch. They have some great Halloween episodes every other year. So Season 2, 4, and 6 of Buffy, and then Season 5 of Angel have Halloween episodes. And those are great. 2, I think, is probably the best. That's a great one. 4 is pretty good. 6 is alright. But 5 is hilarious. 5 is so funny. So definitely check it out if you haven't seen it. Buffy the Vampire Slayer, Angel is genius. Give us legends.